Welcome everyone, this is Sonali from IISc Bangalore and I will be talking about effects of grazing in an arid grassland which cover almost 19% of Earth's terrestrial surface. These grasslands support livelihood of people living in arid regions where agriculture is not that economical. However, in a country like India where these grasslands are being framed as wastelands leads to huge decline in their area. Hence, increasing livestock population poses pressure on continuously decreasing grasslands. In this study, I am conducting a vegetation survey in an arid grassland of Chittoor, Karnataka to quantify plant response against grazing in terms of plant species composition and plant traits in grazed and long-term ungrazed sites. So I'm interested in estimating difference in plant richness and plant diversity between grazed and long-term ungrazed area and also how the plant traits change in response to grazing. So I hypothesize because of limited productivity of arid grasslands due to water limitation, the plants which are getting eaten away by grazers will not get enough resources to compensate for that loss, and hence plant species richness and diversity will be lower in grazed and ungrazed area. Plant composition will differ between the two areas due to grazing, and plants present in grazed area will show grazing avoidance trait, whereas ungrazed plants will show grazing tolerance trait or superior competitor trait. So moving on to prelim results, we found that unexpectedly species richness was higher in grazed area, whereas diversity didn't show any significant difference between the two areas. We and this change can be attributed to the long-term duration of fencing, and hence we are planning to set up some short-term grazing exposure experiments in our area, followed by vegetation analysis. We also found that there are very few common plant species growing in grazed and ungrazed area, which can be either because of non-existence of plant seeds or their inability to grow in different environmental conditions. And hence, to tackle that, we are conducting soil seed bank study, which is a collection of viable seeds present in or on the soil. For this, we are collecting soil from our field site, followed by growing them in a greenhouse. As you can see in this figure, these plants will be grown until their maturity period for their identification, and then this data will be compared with the above ground biomass data obtained from that region. Moving ahead to the plant traits, which are wonderful measure to tell how well a plant is being adapted to a certain environmental condition, we found that within a species, plant individuals growing in ungrazed site were taller with higher leaf area to capture maximum sunlight, whereas plants growing in grazed area were shorter with smaller leaf area to save themselves from grazing. However, to see whether these traits are regulatory genetic level or are phenotypic plastic in nature, we are conducting common garden experiment followed by reciprocal transplantation, where plants will be grown at a common place followed by transplanting them reciprocally on the field site as shown in this picture. So overall, this research will help us in understanding better the role of arid grasslands and grazing mechanism into that. Short-term grazing exposure experiments will help us in estimating the recovery time of degraded grasslands as any other kind of research. Hopefully, this study will help guide policymakers in sustainable use of grasslands for livestock. With this, I'll rest my talk. Thank you.